let this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so they continue to bring you the gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Every single day. We got to go with today, y'all. I said we got to go today, y'all. First of all, we're talking about real life basketball. That's going down tonight, 7 o'clock p.m., Anderson University. We're talking about that. We're talking about the starting lineups. We're talking about homecoming weekend. We're talking about Dawn Staley. We're talking about basketball today. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. First of all, I am beyond excited, as you might know. I am overjoyed that basketball season is officially now. It is now. It is going down. Exhibition game, Anderson University. Anderson University, Division II school, from small school here in South Carolina. We're going to see the debut of Ta'Niya Latson. We're going to see the debut of Madina Okot, Agot, Ayla McDowell. I just don't know what to say. That's not happening until 7 o'clock tonight. Before that, you have a couple of things that's occurring. First thing that is occurring, you have the, I call it a town hall meeting, but it's sponsored by Barnes and Nobles, and you have Charlemagne the God and Dawn Staley joining up to have a conversation. Charlemagne the God from the Breakfast Club wrote, and he's from the Crib, he's from Monk's Corner. But if you don't, just to give you a little insight, very popular show, Breakfast Club, podcast, YouTube, TV, all the cool stuff. Wrote bestsellers, really cool brother. And Dawn Staley, uncommon favor. I listened to the audio book on my way to LA when I was going to film Big Brother. That's the facts. Terrific read. If y'all don't have it, y'all should go get it. You should. If you're a fan of Dawn Staley, you should have a book. So she's going to be talking about the book. Going to get autographed copies of the book. That's awesome. Then at 6 o'clock, you got a meet and greet from the running only Tahita Pow Pow. That's going on from 6 o'clock to 6:30 in the McGuire Club. So go give Pow Pow some love. Can't wait for that as well. Chop it up with her. And then you got the game. So many things. Then we fast forward to tomorrow, and you got football. 3:30. Kickoff at 3:45. Homecoming. South Carolina versus Alabama. To top all those things off, you got the one and only Jersey Robinson, who is at South Carolina for the weekend. Top 5 recruit. Homecoming weekend. I just have to say, I feel really good about Jersey Robinson being a Gamecock. If I had to make a bet right now, I would say that Jersey Robinson will be a Gamecock. I understand that I found the 3 at South Carolina, UConn, and LSU. I understand all those things. But if you read the tea leaves, I don't even know what that means. What we got, like, old people got some sayings. Like, do we even really know what this stuff means? What we be saying? If you read the tea leaves, I don't even know how you can read tea leaves. I really don't know how you can do that. But if you read the tea leaves, there's some obvious things out there that Dawn Staley is doing to help clinch the services of one Jersey Robinson. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. I ain't saying nothing else about it, but just read the tea leaves. If you watch Marvel and DC movies, You got this thing called Easter eggs. There are some Easter eggs that are in plain sight for us as Gamecock fans. I feel really good. Imagine the offensive firepower. Dawn Staley's revamped offense as it gets released and unleashed on Anderson University tonight. You have the number one scorer in basketball last season, 00, who you will see tonight. You got Madina Okot, who I believe is going to be an all SEC player, debuting tonight. We're going to break down all the early buzz and the potential benefits of not only a starting lineup, because once Chloe got injured, we already knew who the starting lineup was going to be. We knew it was going to be Joyce and Madina and Tessa and Latson and Raven. We already knew that. So that wasn't a surprise. But a few things that I have to watch out for, have to look out for tonight is the rotations that goes on. Sometimes Dawn does some things in the exhibition season that might look abnormal. It was some thing one time, one exhibition game in the past, she had like 3 6'5" players at the same time, just getting a crazy look. What I want to see is the initial first quarter, and we see the rotations. That's what I want to see. I want to see who are the first 2 Gamecock women's basketball players, the three-time national champions, go to the scores table to check in. That's what certain things gets me going when watching basketball. And watching South Carolina because of the depth of this basketball team, but also with 10 players, I get excited about who's next up. I do. I get excited about who's subbing who in. I think that the first player who comes in a basketball game should be Maddy. Maddy should come in for Raven. That's the first thing that should happen. Maddy comes in for Raven, and then you can have possibly Agot coming in for Tessa, or you could have Maryam Dauda coming in for Joyce, or you can say Adhel Tac comes in for Agot. There's a lot of different scenarios, different pieces that you could say. So I'm keen to watch those things. The returning players, and the new additions there's so many expectations for this basketball team, but they got to marry together and join as one. We have 4 new players on this basketball team out of 10. Okay, almost half the team are new. So it's going to take a little time. And I'm hoping that during practice, everything worked together. But you have the continuity of Raven. Okay, you got Raven, Tessa, Joyce in the starting lineup. You got Latson, who's played for years with Raven. So that should be even. That should be like synergy. I'm hoping they pick up like they did in high school and they run and gun, transition. I want to see that. I want America to see the growth of Maddy McDaniel and how good she's going to be. I want to see how last season's performance in the championship game, how this team has gotten away from that, where there's no leftover lingering doubts. This team has moved on. This is basically a new team. Half new players are new. We look different, but how we measure up against UConn. That UConn ain't in the schedule no more. So we don't play UConn. The only way we'll play UConn is in the NCAA tournament, which will probably be in the championship game again if we play UConn. So there's going to be some lingering questions throughout the year how Carolina matches up against UConn. We're going to play some top teams. We're going to play Duke. We're going to play potentially UCLA or Texas in Thanksgiving week and whatever, and then the SEC schedule. But at the end of the day, it's Carolina and UConn. Make no mistake about it. And how we match up against them. The mystery of this game tonight, the exhibition game against North Carolina next week in Atlanta. Go get your tickets. Still tickets available. And then North Carolina they lost in their exhibition game just recently. But the mysteries that we're going to have for tonight's game and next week's game is, playing time. I want Joyce Edwards to play 30-plus minutes in the regular season. Now, I don't expect Joyce to play 30-plus minutes tonight or against Atlanta, against North Carolina next week. I do not. When we play against tough teams, I want Joyce getting 30-plus minutes. I could be selfish and say, just do like all the other top teams who get all these other top stats and say, every game this season, Joyce playing 30-plus minutes. Every game this season, Latson playing 30-plus minutes. Every game this season, Tessa. I mean, I can say all those different things. Raven, I can say all those different things, but that's not the reality of this basketball team. It's really not. I want Joyce to play more than 21 minutes a game. I want Madina Okot to play more than 21 minutes a game. I want that. I want Tessa to play more than 21 minutes a game. If it's an uptick of 3 or 4 minutes per game, I am okay with that. But I do, make no mistake about this, I want our best players playing the most minutes. Even tonight. I want to see how the freshmen have been integrated in the system. I want to see that. I want to see what Agot McCurr has in store this season. I want to see what Ayla McDowell has in store this season. But I am selfish this year. I'm selfish. I want Joyce, Latson, Madina to get the most minutes on this basketball team. I'm just selfish. I'm sorry. That's how I want it. I want to see. Because you can say, quote unquote, that's our big three with Latson, Joyce, and Agot. You can say that, and I wouldn't argue. You could say that Raven is going to be the star that stirs the drink. The straw that stirs the drink for this basketball team this season. I want to see how her shooting has improved. I'm going to jump up and down, probably run onto the court if Raven hit three-pointers tonight. I really am. Tessa's going to do what Tessa does. Tessa just have to do it more on a consistent basis tonight. And the next night. And the next night. Just more consistency.
For all the wicked fans out there, I've got some
Alexa,
magical.
Stop. You see, Alexa just be coming on just at random times. I didn't ask for her. Just coming on. It's crazy. I want to see Wicked too. I already told my kids, my grandkids want to go see Wicked. We saw Wicked Part 2. So that's on another story. But I want to see what happens with these freshmen. I want to see what happens tonight, and I want to see all those different things. But how Dawn has employs minutes tonight? Will they be balanced? Will everybody get opportunity to score. Of course, this is against Anderson. Anderson did make the Division II NCAA tournament last season, which is terrific for them for Division II. But everybody should look amazing tonight. Everybody will look amazing tonight. So it's no, everybody be jumping up and down. We'll get an idea, but we supposed to win by 60, 70, 80 points tonight. That's just the facts of the matter tonight. Okay. We've seen previous exhibition games that sometimes they don't look as appetizing as we would want. Well, tonight, everybody need to eat. This is a Brazilian buffet steakhouse. Everybody eats tonight. This is Golden Corral. My mom and daddy love Golden Corral. Shout out to Golden Corral. We gotta get things together tonight. This is a salute to the fans. It's free, but it's still basketball. And after this game and after, the game against North Carolina, and North Carolina is a top 10 team. So this game is setting rotations against North Carolina. It's about playing basketball. But like, okay, there's a top 10 team. We got to be serious. We got to take them out and be done with them. Then we play Bowling Green and Grand Canyon and such like that. But these two exhibition games will help decide the rotations for the season. Even more so, before we play North Carolina, these rotations have to be set. Has to be set. Because there ain't no playing around against North Carolina, even though it's an exhibition game. Let Carolina don't do well against North Carolina next week. Twitter, Instagram, gonna go crazy. If North Carolina was to beat South Carolina next week, everybody gonna lose their damn mind. Oh, I know it's an exhibition game, but Carolina lost. We don't want none of those things. I think, so with that being said, I think the rotations need to be set tonight then, in preparation for the game next week. This ain't a play game. So rotations, playing time, showing the growth of Dauda and showing the growth of Adhel Tac, those things are so important, for the season and more specifically for tonight. It is few players. I know a Raven said she did this summer. I know she looks better physically. I know she has a home girl. I'm not concerned about Raven. I just want to see an improved shot. I know what Latson brings to the table. Carolina fans who have not followed Florida State are about to see why she was an All-American last season. They are about to see why she's a preseason All-American this season. She can score the basketball. I said when Latson transferred to South Carolina, when Fulwiley transferred to LSU, after the first game that Latson plays, there's going to be no more conversations about Malaysia Fulwiley at South Carolina. None. She is that great of a basketball player, and that's why she's rejected to be a top 5 pick in the WNBA. Speaking of Fulwiley, LSU, they had an exhibition game last night. Fulwiley looked really good against I think there was Division II school as well. But it's all about rotations, right? It's all about starting lineups, especially in the way we see college basketball. Fulwiley didn't start. Jada Richards started. The point guard started for LSU. And I read the comments. I read all the different back and forth that Carolina fans were saying, LSU fans were saying about Fulwiley, about she left Carolina to basically get the same role that she has at LSU. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if Bulky just did that for that first game. I'm not quite sure. What I do know is Fulwiley is not a point guard. And maybe Mulkey saw that. She is a shooting guard. But you have two shooting guards in Flau'jae and Michaela Williams. And ain't neither one of them going to sit down. It was an old movie, old series back in the day in the 70s called Roots. Character named Kizzy. Kizzy means stay put. That's what it means. Stay put. Fulwiley, and I'm going to leave it like that. Fulwiley should have stayed put at the University of South Carolina. But this is about our girls. This is about our girls and how we want to see our ladies tonight. We want to see how the bench plays. We want to see, first of all, I want to see a healthy Adhel Tac. I haven't seen a healthy Adhel Tac since her junior year in high school. So I want to see that. I want to see why Dawn compares her communication skills to Aaliyah Boston. I want to see that. I want to see how much growth Maryam Dauda has done and since last year. I want to see those things. Gamecock Nation, it is time to turn up. Gamecock Nation, it is time to get ready. Gamecock Nation, it is time for basketball going on tonight. With that being said, this includes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring the gospel Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.